Hi everyone, welcome to Stand Strong Electrical Service. This is a guy Electro here, and today is troubleshooting Saturday. So it's a diagnostic of this Kawasaki drill. Comment below if I pronounce it correctly. You can see here it is 110 volts, 60 hertz, 7 amp. Currently using it other day, and wake up one morning, plug it in, stop it. But get to the video. I have my Kawasaki here, and I'm gonna plug it in. Alright. Now that we plug it in, test it. Nothing. Alright, ready to check. With drills, you have to actually pull it before starting any form of troubleshooting. So these screws and this one around here must come out, and also these around here, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Ensure that you have a pan to put it in. I always have a container to put in screws. And my little screwdriver. But screwdriver takes up a lot of time, so I like to use my battery and drill. See there? Yeah, with a little light at the front to show at night. Alright. Ready to go. Sometimes like this, sometimes the holes are too far, so definitely I have to use my screwdriver. Yeah. That screwdriver was useless because I was screwing in, and right here is turning instead of up here, so just leave that alone and get a more stronger screwdriver where the body is not turning. Back to my drill. As you can see right here, is pulling already, so that's one more screw and we are good to go. Whoa. Alright, look at that. Well, Davin grease, that is good enough. Alright, but for further purposes I am gonna add some more grease to it, but not over grease it. Now gently pull apart. Ensuring that no more screws are holding it. And working on certain things still. See it here? Wow. So I ensure that you pull every screw. I'm saying it's not so hard to come out, so why the take? Oh, press down. Jump. Alright, supposed to can stop off right now. Okay. Coming up. I have a idea what the problem is already, but if it's not that and it's the wire, then I have to go on. I have to buy a different wire. No. Look at that. I think that is the brush, but I'm gonna do my checks to ensure that it's really the brush. Well, this brush look alright. This brush look alright because spring sit there at the back. Yeah, so this one look alright, but this one not looking that 100% alright. But for your purposes, I'm gonna check the wire first and ensure that no breakage is in the wire. So first, put your multimeter on the continuity scale. Right? Then put the two leads together. That beeping shown indicates that there are no breakage in this one. Yeah. Alright, now to check. Now to do some checks. First, this is a switch. So right here is a switch. No. From right here to here, no beep. That's okay. Now follow the route, go right through. Alright, and no beeping. As I said before, it is a switch. So when you press this, it's supposed to get a beep. No beep. No beep. Alright. Looking like something is wrong there. Alright, next side. Alright. There's definitely a beep right there. Alright. No. Look like the contacts in this switch gone, but I'm gonna do some further checks. Knowing that these probes can't do certain things, I'm going to use a alligator clip alongside with the probes. Alright, So one on that end, right here. Oh, nothing. Alright. Squeeze it, still nothing. Ah, something right here. So actually this runs straight, whether the switch on or off. Alright. Now I need to check back right here to ensure no connection between the switch and this wire, neutral wire. In American standard, the black is live, and the white is neutral. Next, I'm going to check the other side. So I'm going to check the live. Neutral. Live coming in. No continuity. Wow, some kind of mix up right here. Alright. Well, this black is indicate that it connects to this white. And let's see if it's vice versa. Alright. Wow, it's actually vice versa. You seen that? So this live actually connect to this white wire, and this neutral wire connect to this black wire. So wow, these manufacturers. Sorry, no offense. Alright, next thing. Yeah, getting continuity right through. Alright, next thing to do. To do some ruling, because this right here, this is one split indication that the brush worn right down to 0, and if there's no contact between the brush and the commutator, that this thing right here, commutator, yeah, no contact between those two, then no electrical power. And as you can see, I'm gonna pull it off and make you can see much better. Wow, so look at that, it's deeply burned. Wow, this worn right out. Like on this, whoa, it melt the housing. Wow, this is some kind of short circuit. Yeah, definitely shorts out on something. Turn right to crips. Alright, I'm gonna replace this brush with a new brush and check it and see if it will work. So I ruled out that the brush needs to be changed, and I go ahead and buy a new brush before. But for this purpose now, definitely the brush is a problem, and from once I get back a brush holder, everything will be fine. As you can see, no more, I don't see where it shorts out on anything. Not seeing that here. Definitely this installation is still good, so It didn't short sound on this insulation. Alright. And the commutator is working fine. Commutator look like it have any short connection on it. So I roll out that is fine as well. Alright, so now this and this wire is alright. The wire that send power straight from the wall, the 110 volts, is alright. And so now I will see you in the next video. But definitely it's the brush is the brush is the problem. Brush shorts out. Thank you for watching, and watch part 2 of this video where I install the brush and the brush holder. Yeah, so I'm gonna get new brush holders and then install them. Thank you for watching.